Hey, so in this video, we're talking about 12 different jobs that you can do from home in this coming year. So let's just get right into this video here. I think a lot of these ideas of how to make money online or how to work from home, some of them can really just be flat out scams. So you want to be careful with this. And that's why with these 12, I vetted all 12 of these so you know that these are legitimate ways that you can make money, work from home. So we're gonna get started with this right now. Let's start off with the first one. But first, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Okay, so the first one is actually by working as a home advisor for a company like Apple. So what I really like about this is that these companies that you can find that you can work from home, well, they're very reputable companies. This might be the most reputable company in the world. And you want to be careful with some of these other ones where you're not familiar with what they actually do and you look at the reviews online and some of them are a little bit, shall we say, sketchy. But with Apple, it's a very reputable company, so you can go online and you can see the various different job openings, home advisor openings for Apple. And now, right now, you can see one for Australia, you can see one for people who speak French Canadian or German or Mandarin. So there's a lot of different openings within that, but you can do this from home and it doesn't look like there's a ton of requirements, skill requirements for this. But you can do this through multiple companies. So not just Apple, but you can look into some other companies that do this as well. I can't think of a bunch off the top of my head, but there certainly are a lot of companies that have this customer support where you're either doing some chat responses to people who need support for Apple Care, for example, or you might be answering some phones. I don't know if you do that with Apple, but some companies will make you answer some phones, while others you can choose to just do kind of direct messaging, instant messaging response to customers and customer complaints and issues that they might have. So that's one of the most obvious, but one of the most prominent methods for making some money from home. So working from home. Now let's talk about the next one, and that is by becoming a ghost blogger or even a ghost writer or a ghost author. Now, a lot of people who have blogs or businesses, especially businesses who have blogs, they're not actually writing the content. And people, even like Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, has admitted that he doesn't write all of his content. He actually has people write it for him. He might give him an outline and then somebody else writes it for him. And you can be that person who writes those blog posts or writes those books even for other people. So you think about most politicians, they don't sit down and write a 400-page book. They give them an outline and then somebody else writes the book for them. That's how it works in the world of writing in a lot of cases because they're just too busy. They don't have all the time in the world to do that. So they work together on writing these posts or these books, and you can become that person. If you're good with words, you can become that person to do that, and you can work from home by ghost writing for people. Now, the next one is going to be probably kind of the meat and potatoes of this video because there's a really important lesson in this, and that is by becoming an SEO consultant. Now, when I say this, at first you're going to say, first of all, what the hell is SEO? It's search engine optimization, but the real picture here, the big picture here, is that you want to focus on building some type of skill, and the reason for this is because people think that if they want to work from home, that they can just kind of click buttons and make $25 an hour, maybe do some surveys or some Mechanical Turk or some data entry. But what happens is, look, 7.5 billion people in this world, and most people can do those simple tasks of answering surveys or clicking buttons. So you want to build some skills because it's going to demand more money. That's why those clicking button type of work at home jobs aren't going to make you much money because there's no skill involved. Anybody could do it. A monkey could press the button. But if you're building those skills, you can demand more money. So with SEO, if you become very good at SEO, which it takes time. Look, building a skill takes time. You can build this skill for the next 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, and then you can demand more money for it. So think about this. Spend 12 months doing something, building a skill in something. Maybe it's SEO. Maybe you're learning Facebook ads. Maybe you're becoming really good with HTML, or you're becoming a web designer, or you're a graphic designer. Something that you're building skill in is going to help you tremendously. And think about 12 months ago, how short, how soon that seems. Just 12 months ago, I can think of it like it was yesterday. So if you just work on building this skill for the next year, throughout 2019, just focus on building this skill, and you can implement this skill next year and make a lot of money. So do that on the side, maybe alongside some of these other work from home jobs. Just find something you can build skill with, and then you can make 5 to 10 times the amount of money. You can make $5, $10, $15,000 a month with some of these things that you're building these skills with. Number 9 is to become an Airbnb host. Now, you can actually rent out a room in your house, in your apartment, through Airbnb. You don't have to do the whole place. So I know personally, I paid for private rooms in somebody else's apartment, and I paid almost $100 a night for that. Now imagine if you can get $100 a night times, say, 20 nights out of a month, that's $2,000 a month in essentially passive income, but obviously working from home, money that you can make having pouring in. And you can get multiple properties doing this. You want to look at your local ordinance, your city ordinance, and some Airbnb rules, as well as your landlord's rules on this if you don't actually own the property. But it is an option for a lot of people that you can get into Airbnb, rent out a room, or maybe you have a bungalow or something, or a guest house somewhere on your property, and you can rent it out and make some money really passively and from home. Number 8 is to become a virtual assistant. Now, you might have heard this one before, but if you live in somewhere like the United States, you can actually probably demand a little bit more money because you're probably a native English speaker. When you're a native English speaker, or in some other countries as well who demand those higher amounts, you can actually get more money for that because U.S. companies, well, in a lot of cases, they're willing to bid a little bit higher for somebody who is somebody who lives within that country. So if you live in Germany, you can probably make more money from German-based companies because you live there and you're also a native speaker of that language. Generally, you can make about $15 an hour, give or take a little bit, depending on how many skills you have. But virtual assistants, if you're not familiar with what they do, it's pretty self-explanatory, virtual assistant, but you could be doing anything with this. You're really just assisting with any business operations that might be happening and anything that gets thrown your way. So you really have to be very versatile with the capabilities and the flexibility of what things you can manage. But the more you have on your resume, the better chance you'll have at raising your prices and getting more money. Charge $15, $20, $25 an hour as a virtual assistant. And you can get started with this on something like Upwork or some other sites as well. We've talked about Upwork a lot on this channel in the past because it is a great site to use to freelance some of your skills to other people. There's hundreds of skills you can sell on that site to other people. You can get $30, $40, $50 an hour or more by selling some of these skills. So virtual assistant all around, just something that you can do from anywhere in the world. And you can be US based, you can be Canadian based, you can be from Pakistan. It doesn't matter where you are, you can make money by becoming a virtual assistant. Something else you can do is become a copywriter. This is what really Dan Lok, I think this is one of his first businesses that he started, was becoming a copywriter. And so really you're going to be like a wordsmith with this. You're going to be very good with crafting sentences and phrases and catchy things that are persuasive to bring in buyers, to lure in buyers and potential clients for a business. So for example, on a company's website, you might see some phrases on there, some paragraphs or some wording. A lot of that's done by copywriters. They're very good at what they do, and you can become a copywriter. You can work for an organization, or you can freelance this on something like Upwork. So number 6 is for all of you out there who might have a backyard or maybe a little bit of land out there, and that is to start your own little plant nursery. So this is what I did throughout high school. This is what my grandfather did as a living for about 50 years, was actually propagate plants and then sell them. So you can sell tomato plants, you can sell flowers, and if you live in the desert, maybe sulcatas and cactus. I don't know, but you can propagate these things. You can build a little greenhouse in your backyard and sell these, and you can really expand this into some other ideas as well. But any product that you can create from your home, people come to your home, you can sell them, and it's a pretty simple process. Sometimes people try to reinvent the wheel with trying to find ways to make money from home, when really you can kind of just take some steps back and kind of analyze it from behind and say, you know what, I can sell this physical product from home and make some money on it if I advertise through my local paper, through Craigslist, through some other routes, or maybe even just put out a stand out front of your house and make some money that way. Number 5 is to teach music from your home. So if you have a really good voice and you can become a voice coach, or maybe you're really good at piano, you can teach people piano. I know my aunt did this. She made $30 for 30-minute sessions by teaching people piano, and she had multiple people per day throughout the week, and she was making close to $1,000 a week just by teaching piano from her living room. So that's something you can think about. And it doesn't have to be just music. You can do anything that might have a skill. So maybe you're really good at fitness and you're a personal trainer, and maybe you have enough space where you can turn your basement into a really nice gym and you can train people from home. So really the whole concept of this video, the whole idea of this video is to find something within this list of 12 and find out what you're best at. What is your skill that people are willing to pay money for, and then sell that skill, market that skill, and you can make money off of it. And don't be afraid to do that. If you're really good at it, don't be afraid to try to sell that skill to other people. Now, you can also consider becoming an academic test scorer for a company like Pearson. Now, Pearson is a very reputable company. It's something that I know throughout my 12 years of school. I think we probably used Pearson textbooks all 12 years. So it is a very well-established company, an educational company, and you can actually grade tests for Pearson. And so you do have to have a bachelor's degree for this, so this might not apply for everyone, but I wanted to throw that in there for anybody who does have a bachelor's. You can look into Pearson's website and see the requirements that you need for that, but it is a pretty interesting kind of work from home gig. It's not a full-time job that you could do by becoming an academic test scorer, but you can do it from home. Now, the next one is something that I really thought of over the past couple of years, and it was something that I personally considered actually getting into, and that is by starting your own sign creation company. So really, I would target political candidates with this, and this is just kind of an idea that I'm throwing out there. I like to just throw these ideas out there. Maybe somebody can make use of this in some way, but when you think about political candidates, they use thousands of yard signs, they use thousands of posters and decals. Well, where do they get all that printed? You can become that person who prints that. You can get a commercial printer and get started with that for businesses, for multiple different organizations. You can create these signs, like these yard signs, the 24-inch by 18-inch yard signs, which is just like corrugated plastic cardboard type of material. And you can set that up, and as long as you have a commercial printer for that, you can sell stuff out of your home. And it's just an idea that I think is pretty scalable that you can look into. Number 2 is to become a cybersecurity consultant. So I have a couple friends who graduated college a couple years ago, and they entered the workforce. They worked for a company for a couple of years, and then once they got themselves established within the company, they were actually able to work remotely. So now they work remotely. There's 2 people that I know who both do this at separate companies in the cybersecurity industry where they work remotely from home. And there's a couple reasons for this, and it really depends on what industry you're in and what company you're working for. But what I've found from what I hear from my friends through the cybersecurity industry is that there's a lot more of an ability to work remotely so long as you're getting the job done. And this actually helps the company out as well, because they don't have to pay for as much office space because people are working remotely and still getting a lot of their work done. And if you've actually read the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, Tim Ferriss highlights some interesting ideas and approaches you can have towards your boss on convincing them to work remotely 1 day out of the week or 2 days out of the week. And I know people who do this by just going up to the boss and saying, hey, I think it would be best, or do you want to try this out if maybe I can work a couple days per week from home and I can still get a lot of the work done. And if you actually convince your boss, if you can pull that off and convince your boss to work a couple of days less per week, and instead work at home, make sure you're over-delivering when you're at home. Make sure that you are producing a ton when you're at home so that they know that you are productive working from home. So number 1 is to become an author. Now, becoming an author, it's not easy, but if you have time on your hands and you're trying to make some money from home, you can write books. And it's never been easier to actually publish these books. You can self-publish. Now that we have Amazon, you can self-publish any types of books pretty easily, at least compared to what it used to be when you would have to find a publisher and get someone to accept your book and then publish your book. It was a mess. Now it's so much easier to just do it through Amazon. You can publish it as an ebook, or you can publish it even as a paperback, much easier than it used to be to publish books. And that's why I wanted to put it in this list. It is something that you can make a decent amount of money on by becoming an author. All right, so those are the 12 different things you can do from home to make some money. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos like this one in the future. So just hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions, send me a DM on Instagram. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Sometimes I get a little bit flooded, but just shoot me a DM and I'll try to get back to you really, really quickly. But, I'll try my best. So thanks for watching. Drop a like too as well, I guess. I don't know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody next time.